Activate.
So, Chris, welcome to the show. Let's start with how we met. Do you wanna? Do you remember how we met?
I think it was on set at Idiot Test, right?
Yeah, it was on set at Idiot Test. I had been hired as part of the team to do social media clips and stuff like that, and it was it was a good show, but it wasn't like it wasn't a show that like bowled me over when I walked in. But you were great, and
Thank you.
it was really fun like seeing you do the job behind the scenes, joke writing for Ben, and I just thought you were amazing. And then one day we shot a little behind the scenes piece that I still love. It will probably roll in here some part about the cherry tomatoes.
Yes, that was fun. Cherry tomatoes. You talked about it for years, and I'd completely forgotten all about it and what it meant. And then I watched it, and I was like, "What kind of drugs was I not on that I sounded like I was?" So
Well, and it was kind of amazing because it was it wasn't even improv. You were just exhausted, and it
yeah,
was true. Yeah,
I think that's what it was for sure. Yeah, there was no
yeah.
question.
Well, let's play cherry tomatoes, and we'll talk when we come out of it.
Today on the show, Ben was on stage, and I was like, "You know what I want? A cherry tomato." Now this is before lunch, so I could have filled up on cherry tomatoes. I put two in my pocket because that's normal. And then I had an additional third cherry tomato, which I ate right then and there. The second I ate the cherry tomato, I thought to myself, this is delicious. I should have more cherry tomatoes. But I'm disciplined, and I only had the one with the two at the ready. I get back right in time. Ben looks at me and goes, Newberg. And I go, diary. That's all I needed to say for him to know to talk about the girl with the diary. He starts talking to her. She tells her story. I secretly take the second cherry tomato and I put it in my mouth. No one sees. No one sees. I now have a third cherry tomato in my pocket. I think to myself, I'm a little parched. I should probably have gotten some water. I didn't get water, but backstage is cucumber water. So now basically, I have an opportunity to have a liquid salad in my mouth, and no one's going to know about it. So I run backstage to an area marked Ben's Water, and I get a little bit of water, which is the cucumber tomato water, and I put the tomato in the water. Then I drink the water and the cucumber, and it's like I don't even need to have lunch now. That's what happened today on episode 3. No one knows but me and you, America. No one knows.
Idiot Test premieres August 12th on GSN.
So, do you still like cherry tomatoes?
More now. I mean, honestly, I mean, it's something that I wish I would have spent. I wish I would have spent much more time focusing on my adoration of the circular little fruit veggie.
They're yummy,
Yeah,
little did I know we had made our first short film together, just goofing around behind the scenes at Idiot Test,
right.
which is where all the really good stuff happened behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Um, but it's a good show. I mean, people should check it out. I think it's on Netflix or something like
right.
that.
Is
But
it? That's
then,
cool.
yeah, it's on one of the streamers. I think it's Netflix or Hulu, but I'm pretty sure it's Netflix. But so I remember, and then you and I are kind of neighbors because we've always lived either on the same block or around the corner from each other, or
Right.
not going back to childhood, just the last couple of years. But yeah, I had bought a camera specifically to do run and gun style production, and I said to you, just write a couple page script and make it easy to shoot, and we'll just do it. And you wrote a 2 page script about a genie. Do
Yes.
you remember what was the original name?
Deep dark truthful mirror.
No, no, it became well. Wasn't that from the beginning, or at least I wasn't aware of it, because I know you suggested that, as we were finishing it, and I'm like, oh, that's great, that's really good. But anyway, so point is, you wrote this thing, and I showed up, or I read the script, and I'm like, holy shit, it's got special effects, it's got all kinds of things.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Mirror? Mirror!
It's Jeff. Come on, man, you know this. We grew up together, Mirror.
Jeff on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Fairest, you mean like fair as in like a judge, or like fair play, or like fair trade, or like someone who tells the truth all the time, or plays by the rules? Or...
No, I mean like who's the hottest?
Oh, well, right now it's about 103 in Glendale in the valley, and plus a stop and go on the 101, and it's basically on fire in Tahoe. Too soon?
What was the inspiration for it for you?
I think you said write a script, and I was like, okay. And then I think I just did that. I mean, that's usually what it is. I mean, as far as it's interesting, I look at I look at creativity in the same sort of way a seasoned songwriter would. Like, you know, I'm not comparing myself to, but I'm comparing the approach to like a John Lennon or a Paul McCartney or an Adam Duritz type people who journeyman writers who back in the day would write tons and tons and tons of songs, and now they don't, not because they can't and not because they don't want to, they just do it when they need to. Like I was listening to an interview about Adam Duritz was talking, he's like, oh, I used to write constantly. He's like, now I only write when it's time to do an album. And I get that. Like I used to write constantly. Now I write when I want to create something. The rest is just figuring out what it is I want to do. So that's usually the inspiration. Someone says, let's do something like you did. And I said, okay, great. And then we did.
Yeah, I'm actually remembering now that was not the first thing we did together. Because
I don't think so.
over COVID, you put an album out, and we couldn't get in
Oh,
anywhere.
yeah.
Remember, I mean, we couldn't get in anywhere to shoot a promo for the album,
Right.
and I was using all these kind of online animation tools. I was like, all right, let me just get a bunch of free stuff,
Right.
and we'll do promos for the album. And it was the first time I think I was turned on to your music, and it was really good. And
Oh,
you know,
thanks.
we did those three animated pieces that I'll probably use as B-roll here to kind of show. Maybe we'll do a sound up or two to show the songs. But you know,
Yeah.
we did zombies versus SWAT.
4 o'clock in the morning, you had about 24 beers. No one at work tomorrow is gonna ask what happened on Cheers. It's a passive-aggressive lullaby. Not kidding, man, this about me. I might just have to shut your eyes or hit you with freaking TV.
Velociraptors.
Yes, it's true. I'm in love with you, which is why I think you should swallow my gum. Swallow my gum, swallow my gum. It will be super, super fun. Swallow my gum, swallow my gum. Please do not spit it in my sink when you're done. Also, this song might not be about gum.
And Dancing Aliens.
Yes, I
think
remember.
What was your favorite of the three at the time?
Dancing Aliens.
Weather's great. There's so much stuff to do. But you bitch and complain. I'm gonna so miss you.
Sarcasm.
Move the F back home. Move the F back home. Good luck, we've replaced you. And now you can get pregnant and move to Orange County and pretend that's the life you wanted.
And then I think we did Breakup Boxes next.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, what was
That girl's really funny, Erica.
Yeah. What was the story behind Breakup Boxes? What was the kind of inspiration for it on your side?
I mean, I think that it's just my brain thinks in wordplay and thinks in pun. Like, for example, you know, I walked by like the trash bin in my parking garage. Above it, it says Breakup Boxes. And I was like, oh, breakup boxes. Like, what if there's a breakup box instead of breaking up boxes, like tear them down? It's like saying like Halloween. Is it a holiday or is it an empty penis? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like that's like what I hear, and it's just or like I'll hear influenza, and I'll think,
Mm.
is that a viral infection or is that how someone from Brooklyn calls an influencer? And it's like that's just what my brain does.
My box will always cherish its initial misconceptions of your box.
Your eyes hurt my heart.
My box is done a Tela Versace with your box.
You make me self-conscious of my figure.
You look ugly with your hair wet.
Cancel my subscription.
All of your friends also look horrible with wet hair.
My favorite part of you is no part.
I'm not good enough for you. I need to focus on my career. Let's just be friends.
Pick a number between 1 and get the fuck out of my life.
Nothing hurts more than being disappointed by the person who you thought would never hurt you. We're done, Yin Canyon.
What was the time frame from when you thought of the idea to when we shot?
It's pretty quick. Like when we did that thing, and then we did that other short film with Nicole,
Hmm.
the Los Angeles one. I think that was
Hmm.
like from bang to bullet. It was like we came up with the idea Monday. I think I wrote it Tuesday. I think we shot it Wednesday.
I liked the concept of being able to do these films quick, easy, and well. And it served as the inspiration for me doing the 6 films in 6 weeks project with John Bazar. I mean, that started with us, and then John was motivated by what you had done. Because my other favorite part of it is when we went in to do not breakup boxes, Deep Dark Truthful Mirror, we didn't really define roles. We didn't really
Right.
say, I'm doing this job, you're doing that job. And I remember after the shoot turning to you and go, you kind of directed this thing.
Hmm.
And it's like, because your fiance, is that what I should refer to her as? Or,
Sure.
yeah, okay, your fiance, Michelle, was your co-star. I didn't say one word to her during the shoot because you
Mhm.
directed her so well,
Oh,
you
cool.
know and I handled some of the logistical things, but that's what I call producing or being a DP or being an editor or whatever. And you really, without saying like, oh, I've got to direct this thing, you basically directed it, which to me was a good form of leadership and creativity. And I thought you did a great job. So you've been directing what we do together. You I think you've always directed the pieces, which is just it's a joy for me to not have to cover that end of it and to work collaboratively with someone who I respect, and and I can enjoy it because you do a good job at it. So that's
Thank
me
you. Well,
complimenting you.
thank you. Well, I mean, it's an equal compliment to you. It's like that. I like that when you can, like, you're so fantastic at what you do. It's just wonderful when people can just plug into each other. That's who I am. Like, if I'm creating with someone, I want to be quick because it's just
Mhm.
like that's. I don't want to sit around for a month and be like, and this. I just want to be like, here's the
Yeah.
idea, let's go. And it's like that. It goes back to my musician days. If you're going to jam with someone, they got to be able to play. You got to be able to play. You're going to sit in a room. You're going to turn on. What are we going to play? Ready? Let's go. It's that simple. And if it's not that simple, it never works.
I think it's a good metaphor because when we make these films, it's an extremely collaborative thing, and there's no saying, "Oh, I'm the guitarist,"
Right.
but you're obviously the guitarist because
Right.
you're playing the guitar. So we walk in, and just by nature, what they are to make them good, you know, it's like you directing it makes total sense.
Right.
And I think it's nice that we're at the points in our lives where neither one of us is like really building a reel or so there's like no agenda other than let's do a good job. So we can show up, do what we do, and it's all in service of the film or the movie because we don't shoot on film. We shoot on little $4 SD cards.
Hold on a
Um,
second. You're not shooting on film, so you've been fooling me this entire time.
when I say rollout or hair in the gate, I'm just saying that to see if you if you go what. So then the next one we did, talk to me about I Love LA and how that kind of came about because that's a interesting It was interesting for me how, because we did it a little bit differently, because the script was a little more fluid and stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to do. It's an interesting it's interesting to look at that film now,
Mhm.
because I was 58 pounds heavier, and
Wow.
it's so funny to look at it because like my beard was the same size, but like I was so large, and like looking at it now, I'm just like, damn, I did the work. But it was we kind of had the sketch for it or the outline for it, and I thought it was best to pivot slightly based on her ability and uh her acting chops. Like she was much better than I wasn't anticipating that she wasn't good. She was good, but I knew she was good. She was better than I thought she was going to be, so we kind of tweaked it a little bit and pushed it a little further, and it worked out.
I think that's partially because of the process that we have. Both of us is meant to draw out the best in people. It's
Right.
not really meant to, because I remember the making of it in the park. It just, she stumbled through some things, and we maybe improv a little bit or kind of worked with it a little bit, and I was kind of just trying to come up with some imaginative shots, for you that would be a little bit different, and it was a little more by the seat of our pants.
Right.
But oh, and then I remember the first cut sucked, and then I showed it to you, and I'm like, I don't know if we should put this out. Maybe we should just go reshoot it. And then you came back with notes. I'm like, oh, okay, this is great. I forgot you're the director. I
Right.
forgot you're the director. You totally fixed it.
Yeah, we made it way shorter.
Yeah, which is what, because originally you weren't shooting. Well, I guess with none of these, you weren't really shooting for this should be a short film. It was like, all right, you want it for your Instagram or your social media and stuff
Right.
like that. Which I think it's a little bit different for me doing that way, but that's part of what I like about the process. It's not all no, no. Here's the way we should do it.
Right.
I just moved to Hollywood. I love LA.
I need to get the hell out. I love LA though.
The city's alive. It gives me hope.
I dated this girl named Hope. She stole my laptop.
Oh my God, a local.
Thanks for watching my live stream, you guys. See both of you next week.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm an actress, model, personal trainer, dancer, Reiki healer, pet Reiki healer, Pilates instructor, yoga teacher, and podcaster.
Me too.
Do you think I should get a manager or an agent first?
How about a therapist?
I love LA.
I love LA.
Move the F back home.
Look how fat I was.
Well, what I could use thinning technology to make you look like you are now.
No, just like make sure that I like let people know. Let that be like a warning. That's what pizza
But
does.
it'd be really fucked up if I made you really thin in that, and
Oh,
people are like, "What? Why is he saying he's so fat? He's
what
thinner than
eating?
he is now. He
What
actually
eating
gained
disorder?
weight." Yeah, you'll have a lot of people worried about you. Part of
Yes.
what I liked about that movie was the friendship you had with Nicole, because, and people could see this on your podcast, the Newberg Pod, you often have female co-hosts, and you are
Um,
a real example of how to relate to women in general, because you're always, there's nothing creepy about, the young girls you've been friends with,
sure.
where there are not a lot of guys. You could say that about in LA. It's like usually filmmaking, or sometimes filmmaking, or co-hosting a podcast. Something could be an agenda for something else, but
Hmm.
you really know how to be someone's friend and know how to create good relationships, which is just a wonderful thing to have.
I think people want to be talked to, not talked at. And, I've been in a relationship with the same woman for 8 years. It's like I'm very
Does
happy.
Michelle know? Wait, does Michelle know?
No, but she's going to meet her tomorrow.
Okay, good.
Um, and it's if I'm friendly with other people, it's just like, I'm just being friendly. And it's
Mhm.
like, you know, that's a cool thing. Like and it's like the more like, Nicole is such an interesting case study because it's like I met Nicole. She was on a date with this girl, and they came to Barney's Beanery while we
Mhm.
were hanging out, and the girl who brought her on the date, smuggled in alcohol into Barney's, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, and then they ended up not staying together, but and I because I was friends with the other girl originally, but I ended up staying in touch with Nicole, and like the more I get to know Nicole, she's a unicorn. I had her, I gave her money to drive me to Covina, the Covina Laugh Factory. And the entire time, so she picks me up. The entire time, we're listening to the loudest, most gangsta rap. And she is, and for people who don't know, well, obviously you saw the thing. This is a blonde girl, and she looks very non-rap. She's like rapping, and she's this, and every time she gets to the N word, she just stops, and then she goes back into it, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is hysterical. But yeah, you just want to be cool to people. It's the easiest thing to do.
I've really appreciated your co-hosts or people that you found along the way. But when we did the last thing we did together, or I should say the most recent thing we did together, because we'll do many more things together. We went back to using Michelle as the on-camera person because I think Michelle does a wonderful job
She's
too.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to talk for a second about the Halloween thing?
Oh yeah, that was fun too. Are we going to show it first, or are we going to show it after?
We could show it first.
Trick or treat.
Depends. Are you a cop?
I'm not a cop. I just want candy.
She doesn't work Fridays.
Well, how about Wednesday?
No one here is named Wednesday. Look, I'm busy. Trick or treat.
Trick.
Okay, that'll be $900.
Then I would like a treat.
What's in it for me?
Oh, come on, man. I don't know. I got like.
Here's your treat.
This is it. This is all I get.
Happy Halloween.
Can I have my wallet back? Cool. Wow. It was like I was just there. Talk about referencing earlier when I said Halloween. Am I right? No. That was pretty quick too. I think it was just I don't even remember. I don't remember the concept. I just remember it was wordplay and it was quick. But she nailed it. She was she killed it. She was the funniest part of that whole video.
Yeah. Well, and also I purposely showed the vertical version just now because everything we had done, you always want me to cut a vertical version for your Instagram, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yes.
And the which we'll put in lower third right here.
And
And
it's also on my screen.
oh nice. Oh nice, the Chris Army.
Yes.
Um so I had bought, much like the Genie movie, I had bought a camera that I wanted to test.
Right.
And the camera I bought for when we did the Genie movie was a Canon XA50, in case there are any filmmaker buffs out there. But the camera I bought right before Halloween was the DJI Nano, which is like a little tiny camera, like the size of your thumb, and has a screen that goes on the bottom. I'll roll some B-roll or something. But the cool thing about it is it's really super tiny. It shoots super well, and it was really easy because, again, you had done a two-page script, which is amazing. Because you chalk a lot into a two-page script. It's like even with the Genie thing, we've been talking about developing that into a TV show for a while
Right.
because it's so much in there that the viewer might not be conscious of, but it's there. It's basically the least expensive, easy to make pilot I've ever done.
Sure.
you know. So with Halloween and using the Nano, I was like, well, let's just shoot a horizontal version and let's shoot a vertical version. And one of the things I liked, and I don't know that we ever talked about this, was because Michelle's basically talking through a crack in the door, it actually made sense with the vertical version because I could fill the frame with a lot of stuff for you. And it just it's a different experience than the widescreen one,
Right.
So it kind of made me look at verticals differently. I still hate verticals because it's not the real way, but the kids seem to like it. So so anyway, it was an interesting one that I thought was really, again, really good and really fun. And actually, the vertical ending is different than the horizontal ending because we thought of a better walk away kind of ending. And,
Right.
it was like a whole different experience. So what's next? Because I know we've been talking about prepping something else.
I have a couple of different ideas. I'd rather surprise people and have them see it than tell them what's coming up.
Okay.
But it'll be more shenanigans, more you know,
Yeah.
comedy, more wackiness
In case you want to go with the idea you had, I figured out a way to not kill the gerbil. So we'll talk about that on another, well,
Okay, good
offline.
note.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
note. The second you said that, three of them just ran. They just took off.
But also I mean, you've written a couple of screenplays. You just sent me a thing that you rewrote that was pretty good. Do you have aspirations to do a full-length feature?
I've written a couple. It's not really my strength. It's not. I mean, it's something that it's an art or a skill set that I'm still developing and learning because the majority of my brain is usually focused around short jokes, more joke than story, and I can write a cold open all day. Like I can give you a scene, no problem, but all the other stuff around it is just not really my power zone. But if you ask me to fully develop an unscripted show with rules, character arcs, and all that other stuff, I could do that in 5 seconds. Like I came up with the show idea, and I've got 12 pages on how the whole show goes already,
Hmm.
and I did that in a day. And whereas if I were to write 12 pages of a script, that would take me like a week.
Was this the one you thought of on your last podcast?
Yeah, it's already got like 12 pages and notes and everything else, and I'm excited about it.
So go watch the Newberg pod, and
Yes.
you'll see what idea Chris is talking about. We're not going to say the title,
No.
but it's great. It's fun. So yeah, that
Yes, and and,
and
and if, and if you watch podcasts, watch the Newberg Pod. We're at Newberg Pod on YouTube, and let me tell you, if you watch, you'll be a viewer.
yes, you will. And uh, I feel kind of saddened by your success in growing the podcast because when I was one of like 100 viewers,
Mm-hmm.
I got 1/100th of the show. Where
Yeah,
now my percentage goes down because you've grown.
yeah.
How many subscribers now?
Like over 16,300.
Cool. Now, do you have any pointers for people doing podcasts or internet videos or, how to grow what they do?
I have pointers and suggestions as far as information, as far as how to grow. I think that that's out of my hands. I think you just throw everything that you can possibly think of that you want to put out there, and you're either going to get views or you're not going to get views. I have pretty good engagement because I'm pretty consistent. Michelle and I every Tuesday will sit on the back porch and knock out like 10 of them. She'll shoot them. I'll write the jokes in advance. We'll go boom, 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 boom. I'll throw on a different hat just to be goofy. And then we just push them out. And sometimes like I put this video out. A comedian was telling me about how she was walking through a casino with another comedian, and they walked outside, and he's like, "That's my Cybertruck," and I jokingly said, "Oh, those are the three douchiest words in the world." And I put that video out like about a year ago, and it got 7 million views, and it got a bunch of retweets. And then a year to the day, I was just for fun, I just re-released it, did it again, got like almost 2 million views, and I'm like, what? So and then I've also put out stuff that I think is hysterical that gets nothing.
Your the more you knows are hysterical.
Yeah,
You know,
thank you. That's what I was talking
and
about. It was a more you know video.
yeah, how many of those have you done to date? Do you know?
Hundreds.
No, yeah, it's good. It's like I always turn the sound up because they're just so good. And play the clip.
The three douchiest words in the English language. That's my Cybertruck.
Okay, and we're back, and see, I told you they were good.
Yeah, I wrote one today that I'm excited to do, and I haven't done it yet, so you guys will hear it first. It is, I hate dishonesty. My friend told me that he had an irregular heartbeat. Turns out it was a fib. And I just love the joke. It's wordplay, it's punny, but it's so. I did that joke in Arizona, and everyone in the audience was like, too real.
And so, all right, that brings up a good point. Where else can people see you? Because you still go on the road and still, like, I know you have a gig coming up that's pretty big in September.
Yeah.
And is it sold out yet?
We are 30% sold. Um,
Okay.
It's all tickets and information are on thechrisarmy.com. That show in September he's making reference to. Michigan people, if you're listening, it's at the Royal Oak Music Theater. I'm very excited about it. I've opened for big artists. I opened for Charlie Murphy there a long time ago, so now I'm excited to go back and perform for myself. I'm very excited about it.
Everyone keep watching and check out Chris's podcast. I've been watching from the beginning, and it's very good. And hopefully we'll have some more films for you to watch soon, and like and subscribe.
And thanks for having me, brother.
Oh, anytime. This was fun.
Activate.